hired as one of the associate members who stepped in to make up the numbers here this weekend. 6 absentees, including that of Nathan Aspinall, who's still suffering with that injury in his throwing arm.
I don't know about you, Rob, but I'm worried about that. I really hope that Nathan can find the answers from the physicians and the doctors to get that right, because I do not want to be coming to these events constantly saying that Nathan's injured. And the big fear is he may even have to sort of reinvent the way he plays, and that's often a big ask of, well, any athlete, any sportsman. 63. Where an implement is involved, or any sort of throwing motion is involved, or holding motion is involved. Bullseye here for Smith to keep himself going, and that could be that. Barry on 61, and the way he's been playing, you'd fancy him here. Double 18, inside for double 9 for the match, and Keen Barry squeezes it in, and the number 4 seed Michael Smith, third round exit yesterday at a first round casualty on day 2 in our first match on Stream 1. But boys, he transversed into a heavyweight steel tip player. I think he could do what Mensasulovic has done, as he gets another 180, and this one's going to be over in the next 9 darts, you would feel. Beautifully set up. 6 180s, and the finishing hasn't been bad either. That's why the average is nudging towards 99 in what has been a fairly dominant and a very emphatic performance so far for Boris Kirchmar. 2 darts away now. That's the simple part of the equation. Double 18. Inside for double 9. Williams on 147, waiting in the wings in the last chance saloon. I just wonder about that route there. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting him to go 5 double 18. Sometimes he just thinks, oh, I'll have a crack at that route. But double's a double for Kirchmar. Double 9. Job done. 6 180s in the match. Sensational from the man from Croatia, who really did boss the scoring stakes in that match, and today's work. Well, that's the philosophy of the PDC these days. If you're good enough, you can make this kind of money. If you think you're good enough, come on in.
100.
Steve Beaton has got to get in the same range here as Adrian Lewis, otherwise he's going home.
99.
That's bare minimum, and Lewis can finish the job here. It's been a hard-fought performance up to date, but it's the first match start at tops, and it's the only one he requires. Beaton was doing great things at the start, big finishes like 1-2-4 in the bull and 1-4-6, but we'll see this as a fabulous chance to reach a last 16 and get a couple of grand in the pocket. Maybe go further.
100.
Max only needs 61 more points to get his way through to the semi-finals of board 5. That's 2. That's not the end of the world. Is it the end of the game? It is, because Hop has done more than enough to beat Jake Jones by 6 legs to 1, and he will have another crack at another Stokey in Adrian Lewis in the next round. 4 darts to get to that sort of 107 average that he threw last time against Hempel. Hello, what about this? Oh, very nearly. Das Großfisch from Hempel.
42.
Don't know what that was from Price. Oh, I do. Not very good.
Game shot.
3-2 Hempel. And crucially, a break of throw. 6. Watching Gavin Price yesterday against Jim Williams, but the key thing is that despite having little periods 59 of quality in both games, he has eventually been able to make them worthwhile by converting them into legs in this game. Whereas against Jim Williams, he was unable to take his chances. And this would be a nice way to finish it off.
Game shot on the match.
Absolutely wonderful stuff from Gerwyn Price. A 12-darter, a 3-figure checkout, and probably the standout moment of quality in the whole match. Wilson.
140.
Montgomery is down to a finish. He is 3 darts away, theoretically, from victory. But hang about. Oh, look at this. Double 16. Oh.
117.
Treble 20. Bullseye. Got a dart at double 16 to force the last leg decider.
and dragged it. But Montgomery wants another of those. Just a little high.
96.
Double four.
21.
Wow, so close to taking out a 142 and comes back and can't take out the 25. He's had his chances, Nick Fulwell. Plenty of them.
Game shot on the match, Ross Montgomery.
But Ross the Boss avoids the loss. A 6-4 victory, and he's through to round 3. Ross Montgomery, a man who never thought he'd be...
Tops. Van Gerwen, 4-2, off target. Burton returns. Double 10. Agonisingly close. Pursed lips. Loose first dart at double 5. The second one inside. Van Gerwen breathes again. Pivotal moments in the match. Inside for double 10 for MVG. Inside for double 5 as well. Van Gerwen breathes a big sigh of relief. Still with work to do. Stephen Burton left to reflect on a couple of big missed opportunities there.
Michael Van Gerwen, the 3-time world champion, the world number 3 still, let's remember, is 4-2 down.
Van Gerwen down to a finish first on the Burton throw, but Burton looking to respond in style. 62 away against 117 MVG. Well, no margin for error here. And he can't find the treble 19 either. 93. That would have left Sops. And as it is, Burton is looking at 62 for what would be a stunning victory. Single 14, single 16, double 16 for Stephen Burton. And a huge, huge upset against the former world number 1 and the former world champion, Michael Van Gerwen.
And Stephen Burton is through to the quarterfinals. He will now take on Gerwin Price. Wow, it doesn't get any easier for him, does it? Beats Van Gerwen, beats Martin Schindler, now Gerwin Price. Could be a sensational title for Stephen Burton if he goes all the way. Bunting. Goes all the way on the 116, takes it out on double top under no real pressure from Willie O'Connor. That's a hold of throw to cut the gap, but O'Connor still in the driving seat. Another maximum from Willie O'Connor. It's 4 180s and a 170. This is really reminiscent of
180.
The big scoring that he was producing on a regular basis a few years ago. Yeah, good stuff, isn't it? 101 average bunting, just shy of the 100 from Willie O'Connor. Can the bullet follow up that lead off 180? He can, you know, because that's great.
180.
Now then. We've already seen a 9-darter today. It came from the Diamond Ian White.
46.
We haven't seen one on the stream today. And you will not see one here because 7 darts into the 9 for Stephen Bunting. But importantly, he is going to get darts to break. And all of a sudden, he might just become favourite for this match. Willie O'Connor kicked off 180 in this leg. Looked like it was his to lose.
Game shot.
But right now, Stephen Bunting has broken. He has the darts in his hand. That little 12-darter has changed things completely.
$125.
Pressure.
100.
Yeah, stay in there. It is a 5th 180. We've had 10 in this match.
No score.
And that 180, leaving him on an awkward double. Bit of a dead cat shot from the bullet, Stephen Bunting. O'Connor misses 3 at tops, and in steps the bullet to win the match 6-4. It is an absolutely thrilling contest. It looked like Willie O'Connor had him. But a magnificent leg where he went 7 darts into the 9, Stephen Bunting, proved to be crucial. He wins 4 legs on the spin at the end there, and his average rockets up to 102.6.
Way of looking at it. But let's have a little look at what Rob Cross can do with 106 to get himself
42
on level terms with Snaky here.
Skinny 20, 54, double 16.
With a pause.
Oh, dear me.
Way to let us down, Voltage.
24.
Skinny 1, fat 3, give up.
I notice you're on taking a punt on this one. 18 for double 16. I said that somewhat tentatively. Should have been a bit more forceful. We know how good Peter Wright is on double 16, but here's one thing for you. Rob Cross's most successful floor campaign through a year came
between Boris Kritschmar and Gerwin Price. And Damon Heta, while he will want to beat, looks like Peter Wright, although it's not done and dusted yet.
60.
I think he will be secretly praying that Boris Kritschmar does a number on Gerwin Price, because Damon Heta cannot beat that man.
Game shot.
That's in. So we continue. But does Boris Kritschmar have protein shakes? I thought he was the kind of...
Oh, my.
121.
Well, why was the second one not like the third one, Rob?
This is for the match. 15s. Oh, match start at tops to finish it with a flourish.
Game shot on the match.
Rob Cross is gone. He tried so hard to fight back, but ultimately it was a haymaker from Snakebite to get rid of him. And it took that as well, because you knew for a fact that Rob Cross was going to dispose of that 49 to take us all the way. But we don't go all the way. 145. And where have we seen that to win a tournament before? Remember the 2012 Grand Prix? MVG did that, but Wright did that one. He's annoyed with that final dart, but he will return looking at 105.
93.
Well, treble 18 for the bullseye. Just the single.
37.
And that's just made life a little bit easier for Gerwin Price. And that leaves tops. And he's normally ever so reliable on this. Oh, my word, he's a long way off on that one. I'm not quite sure what happened there with Gerwin Price. Uncharacteristically way off target. 48 here for Kirchmar, 16 for double 16 for 3-1. And the opportunity to get a first leg on the scoreboard passes him by, and Price... well, given another helping hand, this time on double 10. Double 5 for Gerwin Price. And that will do nicely. Got there in the end. Not convincing at times on the finishing, especially with that wayward attempt at double 20 in the previous visit. But you can't argue with the scoreline. Gerwin Price is running away with this one. The average
91.
down to a finish. What a way to finish it would be as well. Already have seen the big finish, the 170 checkout today. Price looking at it once again here. And he's found 2 right in the corner. Oh, and he's produced another moment of magic. Gerwin Price, a 7-0 walloping of Boris Kritschmar, exacting revenge for that defeat last year against the giant Croatian. But Gerwin and Lee Evans, and also Rob Cross as well, and that was a bit of a tussle. That could easily have gone to an 11th and deciding leg in the quarterfinals. That 145 checkout, one of the highlights of the day so far. Right, looking at 143, ain't gonna go. Talking of big checkouts, by the way, Gerwin Price has won his last 2 matches with a 170 checkout, both against Stephen Burton and against Kirchmar. In the final legs, I wonder if he'll do it again. That'd be some treble, some hat-trick. Really doesn't like that first dart. Oh, loves that one. That's a great pickup. What a great recovery this would be.
61.
Treble 18 for double 18 after the wayward 7. Right, scoring single 11 here. Didn't even contemplate the single 3. He's more of a double 16 kind of guy, whereas Price is the other way.
27.
And they're both missing vital shots here. Maybe not as vital as the shots we will see later in the match.
Well, double 18's there for a 3-1 lead for the man that you eloquently put there, Rob, who has put 170 checkouts in to win his last 2 matches now. What would you do with £500,000, Rob?
132.
Gosh, I just don't think we've got the time to go through all the options that I would have to assess.
I'd pay my tax bill first. Get rid of that and understand how much of it was mine.
60.
That's a superb single. It's right in the corner. But he did the right thing staying away from the 60 there, get him in price. He knows a thing or two about £500,000 checks. He won one last year.
Yep, he certainly did. Yeah, 6 titles for the pair of them in 2021.
140.
If you class Gerwyn Price's World Championship of 2021 on New Year's Day as a 2021 title.
20.
2 times a winner on the Pro Tour last year. Gerwyn Price, Peter Wright picking up 4 of these titles.
Oh, what a shot. He was given this chance by Gerwyn. He's got to gobble it up. Double 16. Got to pick the angle, Pete. Oh,
Game
it's
shot.
a perler. Just bypasses that other dart, and it's 3-3. This one could be going long, but you have to say it. Look at Price in the background. That tells the story. He did everything right in that leg.
Yeah, potentially a pivotal moment, because it's maybe another break of throw in the offing as well for Gerwyn Price, and the breaks of throw at this stage of the match will be almost twice as valuable as they are earlier on. But here Gerwyn Price might just be haunting the
145
darts of Peter Wright.
That may have been the tiniest bit of karma, because he's already eliminated 2 people over the 170. To have one hit against him, you'd have to say, well, fair enough. But what a save that is! Wow! Here's me thinking Peter Wright's going to get another look, and look at the pain on Peter's face. That was...
He'll be hopeful of returning, but given the way Price has taken these out so far today, it ain't going to happen for a 3rd time.
This one's boiling up lovely.
60.
Double 8 for a break of throw. Just when Price thinks he's getting his nose in front at the right time. One of the best players in the world from the right-hand side of the hockey is Peter Wright.
Game shot.
That's why. From Stephen Bunting country, he does find the 10th leg. 3 more legs to win this one. It's as you were.
And it's effectively a best of 5 encounter now. And it's Peter Wright with the darts throwing.
2 doesn't get you anywhere. And Price is looking to break back again.
Well, we had 2 breaks in the first 8 legs of this final.
98.
And we may have 3 on the spin now, because Gerwyn Price is looking at 56 for a 6-5 lead. Will it be a 6-5 special here for Gerwyn Price? Tops he wants, 2 darts in his hand. The first one is just above the wire, and the second one is even further away, and Peter Wright's a huge let-off, and you can just see the frustration and the annoyance given the reaction. Double 14 inside for double 7, has to be on target, can't afford to miss inside, and Peter Wright stays true and is back in front at 6-5.
Second time in this match he's had a 20 dart leg.
21.
But there's been a few loose ones in this final. Sometimes we do see some great darts in the first few Players' Championships, but we do see the odd rusty shot. Needs another, I feel. And he gets another over the top.
What pressure that was from Peter Wright. Gerwyn Price, 82 away. He's going to do it again, you know. Bullseye for double 16.
69.
Well, I thought it was written in the stars that he was going to take that out. Peter Wright now for a chance for another break, and what a timely break it would be. 1-2-1 is the target. Treble 17 for Bullseye is the only way to go here. He's got the treble 17. Bull finish for Peter Wright for a 7-5 lead. And he's taking it out in style, and that is an absolute sickener for Gerwyn Price, who just shakes his head in disbelief at the back of the stage, at the back of the hockey. A wry smile from the world #1 against the world champion, but Peter Wright off there to leave 180. Price with work to do on 4-1-8. Has to go for the 180 here. Has to get the 180. And he keeps himself alive. 2-3-8. 5 180s of the match so far. May count for little in the final reckoning.
If Wright does win this by leaving tops and taking it, it will be his 22nd Players' Championship win and his first in 2022.
96.
That number, 22, is right in front of you, Peter.
Tops. for the Magic 22, inside for double 10. 4 times a winner on the Pro Tour last year, and it hasn't taken long for Peter Wright to win his first Pro Tour title of 2022. Luke Humphries the champion yesterday, but Peter Wright dominant throughout the course of day 2 here. Gerwyn Price, the world #1, beaten by 8 legs to 5 in what was a gripping final. Peter Wright coming out on top with an average of 95.36. What a way to round off what has been a terrific weekend here in Barnsley.
Yes, splendid.